Go and look at the shelf. Not the whole room, just the one shelf, or the drawer, or that corner of the wardrobe. The books with the spine still stiff, the gym gear with the tag still on it, the guitar, the language app you paid a full year for. You know exactly where all of it is. You walked past it today. And here's what you tell yourself. You will get to it. Things got busy. That is not quite right. You did not buy any of that because you needed it. You bought it because you wanted to become the person who uses it. And the moment you paid, something happened that nobody warned you about. The wanting stopped. You did not fail to use those things. Something took the intention out of you at the till and left you holding the object. And there is a study that measures exactly how much it took. Start with the gym. Because unlike your shelf, the gym counted. In 2006, two economists at Berkeley, Stefano DellaVigna and Ulrike Malmendier, got hold of something most people never see. 3 American health clubs, 7,752 members, 3 years of the actual door data. Not what people said they did, what the turnstile recorded. So picture yourself signing up. You take the monthly membership, over $70 a month. You take it because you are going to go a lot. The monthly works out cheaper that way. Then the turnstile counts you 4 times a month, 4.3 on average. At that rate, you are paying over $17 every single time you walk through the door. And there was a 10-visit pass sitting on the counter the whole time. $10 a visit. So you did not just fail to go, you paid extra for the right to not go. And you did it while believing the exact opposite. Now look at your shelf again. Every object on it was bought by someone who was completely sure. So why would buying the thing make you less likely to do the thing? Because the object is not equipment. The object is evidence. Psychologists have a name for this. Symbolic self-completion. When you feel incomplete in some identity, runner, reader, musician, you reach for the symbols of it. The gear, the shelf, the card in your wallet. And symbols are much, much easier to get hold of than the thing they stand for. You can be a runner by Tuesday if all it takes is the shoes. Which brings us to a study that should be far more famous than it is. 2009, Peter Gollwitzer and Sheeran wanted to know what happens to a goal when somebody notices it. So put yourself in the room. You want to be a lawyer. You properly mean it. They hand you a card and ask what you are going to do about it. You write it down. Read the journals. Do the work. You hand the card back. The researcher reads it in front of you and nods. That is the whole thing. Somebody looked at your intention. The person sitting next to you filled in the same card. Nobody read theirs. Then they watched what the two of you actually did for a week. You did less, not more, less. Being seen to intend the thing satisfied something. And the researchers found what it was. It gave people a premature sense of already possessing the identity. They felt like lawyers, so they read less law. Now think about what a purchase actually is. A purchase is the loudest possible way of being noticed intending something. You told the shop. You told your bank. You told anybody who walks into your kitchen and sees the machine on the counter. You got the recognition, and your brain filed the identity as handled. The running shoes did not fail you. They worked perfectly. They just did a completely different job from the one you bought them for. Okay, and you have done the other half of this too. You have just never had a name for it. In 1769, a French writer called Denis Diderot was given a scarlet dressing gown. It was beautiful. He put it on, and then he looked around his study. His desk suddenly looked shabby next to it, so he replaced the desk. Then the chair looked wrong. Then the prints on the wall. Then the bookshelves. You know this feeling. You have had it about a sofa. He wrote the whole thing down afterwards in an essay complaining about it. He ended up in debt in a study he no longer recognized, blaming a dressing gown. 250 years later, anthropologists named the effect after him. One good object makes everything near it look like it needs replacing, including you. So that settles it. Stop buying things. Well, not quite. Because sometimes it genuinely works. Buy the shoes and you have removed a real excuse. Commitment devices are a real thing and they do help people. That same gym data has members in it who went constantly and got their money's worth. The purchase is not the problem. The problem is what you were actually sold. You thought you were buying equipment. You were buying a feeling. The feeling of having already begun. And that feeling gets delivered instantly, in full, at the moment you pay. The shoes turn up 3 days later. By then you have already had the thing you actually wanted. There is a word for one corner of this, and it is much older than you would expect. In Japanese, Tsundoku. It is a pun from around the 1880s. Tsunde, to pile up. Oku, to leave for later. Doku, reading. Piling up. Leaving for later. Reading. Except the reading never happens. That is built into the word. Somebody watched you do this 140 years ago and named it. Japan named this in the 1800s. It took the rest of us until now to notice we needed a word for it. So go back to that shelf tonight. You have been looking at it as a list of your failures. Books you did not read. Things you did not do. It is not that. Every single object on that shelf is a person you genuinely wanted to be. The reader. The runner. The one who cooks properly on a Tuesday. None of that was fake. You meant all of it. You just found out that wanting to become someone feels almost exactly like becoming them. And it is so much cheaper. $17 a visit, 20 pounds a hardback. A year of the app up front in one click. None of it is failure. It is a row of people you almost became. And you paid full price every time for the moment just before.